What's up, everybody? It is me, Kenneth, with What's New Barbecue. Today we're headed to my buddy's house, Blake Edwards. He's letting me throw down on one of his Weber premieres over there at his house because there's a bunch of construction and stuff going on around my neighborhood, and I don't want to bore you with those noises. But we're going to be throwing down some awesome combination today. I've got a 3.5 pound slab of salmon. I'm going to show you what we do to that, and I also got a special treat, a Wagyu ribeye from Six Brothers Beef. As always, all the information will be down below in the description box. This cook turned out really good. I think y'all are going to want to see it. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright folks, like I said, we're doing surf and turf today. We've got this beautiful slab of salmon. It's got awesome color. You can see they've already took those little baby bones out of it, so we don't have to worry about this. In order to make this salmon extra flavorful, all we need is 2 ingredients. And the first one is some dry rub, some seasoning, which is It's Incredible from Heaven Made Products. I'll have their information down below in the description box. This is some good stuff, y'all. And then towards the end, right before we're done, about 10 minutes away, we're going to put some of this Classico traditional basil pesto on it for a nice little crust and texture towards the end there. So first things first, we've got our Weber getting heated up to about 300 degrees, which is perfect for both the salmon and our Wagyu ribeye. We'll get this seasoned up and I'll show you the Wagyu ribeye next. Man, this is an awesome combination for surf and turf. So put you some seasoning on it. You pick what you like. This is a nice garlic flavor seasoning. It's got some pepper in there as well and a little bit of dehydrated chicken stock. It's low sodium, so this is going to go great on the salmon. There we go. This is a big old slab of salmon. So we're going to set that right there. And again, we don't really need this pesto just yet. I just wanted to show y'all what we're working with as far as ingredients go. And we're up to 300 degrees on the Weber. Let's go ahead and open it up. And we're rolling with some sweet maple or some sugar maple wood chips. Sorry about that, I lost my words there. We're rolling with some sweet maple wood chips and some apple wood in there, which is going to be perfect for this surf and turf combination. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, let this salmon start cooking, clean this board off, and then I'll show you the Wagyu ribeye from Six Brothers Beef, and we'll get that on and get it seasoned as well. Alright, and for our Wagyu ribeye, let me show you a close-up of this. The marbling's insane. Again, all the information for everything I'm using today will be down below in the description box. Six Brothers Beef information, where you can get the It's Incredible, how you can snag you some of this North Texas Barbecue Addicts smoke shake, all that in the description box. This smoke shake has a nice garlic forward flavor with some salt and some pepper. A little bit of heat in there as well, and a baby amount of sweet. So I know this is going to go perfect on this Wagyu ribeye. And like I always say, I'm not going to go crazy with the seasoning on Wagyu. So let's put us a little bit of seasoning on the board here. Get our sides covered a little bit there. There we go. Just enough to add a little extra pop of flavor into our beef. So the Weber's rolling perfectly. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now usually when I think surf and turf, I do steak and shrimp. Actually, I'm going to lay that this way. I do steak and shrimp, or steak and lobster, but today we're doing steak and salmon. So comment down below, what is your favorite surf and turf? I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to check on this in about 10 minutes and see how we're looking. So we're rolling along. It's been about 15 minutes now. Check that out. That's looking beautiful. Now I just checked the temperature on both the salmon and this Wagyu ribeye with my Thermopin IR, and both of them are really similar. This one's probing around 100 to 112 degrees internal, and this one's around 112 to 118 depending on the fatter side or the thinner side. So what I want to do now, since we've got some good smoke rolling and everything, I want to go ahead and reapply a little bit of the It's Incredible. Just a little bit here, just to top it off. Don't want to lose those flavors you started with. And now I want to go ahead and flip this Wagyu ribeye over. You can see it's getting a nice color on it. Check that out right there. Nice mahogany color. It's getting that smoke soaked up. There we go. You can really see it now. Look at that. Look how tender that is. So we're going to keep our thicker part of our steak towards the charcoal basket here. And I did add about a half handful of the wood chips in here just to continue that smoke. And I'm going to do similar to what I did with that salmon and add a little bit of our smoke shake in there, the North Texas Barbecue Addicts rub. Because you can lose some of your seasonings when you're handling stuff with tongs, so you want to make sure you don't lose that flavor. Just like that there. I'm going to check on this in probably 5 minutes, and it'll almost be time to sear that steak up, and this salmon should be getting real close too. We're shooting for about 145 on this salmon, and anywhere from 120 to 130 finishing temperature on that Wagyu ribeye. So I'll catch back up with y'all here in a little bit. Alright, so we are rolling along, and we've got like 5 degrees until this Wagyu ribeye is done. This has about 20 degrees left on the salmon. And let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and kick this basket up a notch so we can get ready to sear our steak. I wanted to show y'all the wood chips we're using. I mentioned we're using apple wood also, but this is the sugar maple wood chips that we're using. This will help us get a fire going in our basket for the searing of our steak. Go ahead and let that catch. And while we're doing all this, like I said, we're about done with this steak. So this has about 20 degrees left on it, the salmon. We're gonna go on with our Classico pesto here, the basil pesto. And we're just gonna simply get a spoonful or two, some good sized spoonfuls, and put them right onto the salmon, just like that. It's a good sized piece of salmon, so we got plenty of space for this pesto. It's gonna be awesome. Look at that fire catching. It smells awesome. If y'all have not tried that combination of wood chips, that sweet maple is something special. It smells awesome out here. And I'd highly recommend it, especially for some seafood, but it's going to be perfect for this surf and turf combo. I think I might need another spoonful of that pesto just to finish it up. Let's go ahead and do that. You can see that color on the salmon. There we go. There we go, just to finish it up. Just like that. Beautiful color with that It's Incredible, that nice yellow color that it gives. And then this green and white color with the pesto. If you could smell this, you would understand exactly why this is a killer combo. Now that that fire's rolling, I'm gonna go ahead and get this steak right onto it. It is so tender, y'all. Look at that. Beautiful. Here we go. Just like that. I'm gonna sear this up for about a minute each side, and then we're gonna shut this down and let that salmon finish up. We're gonna rest that steak for about 15 minutes. Let me bring y'all in for a close-up of both the steak and the salmon. And that's a beautiful sight right there. That's what we're looking like. Like I said, I'm gonna sear this for a minute each side and flip it obviously, and then we're gonna shut this lid down while the steak's resting and finish cooking the salmon. So next time I see y'all, it'll all be done and we're gonna give it a try. Alright everybody, we've got our steak that's been resting for about 15 minutes now. I just covered it in a little bit of foil. It's looking extra juicy. Let me show you all that. Let me move this knife and fork aside. Let me show you this Wagyu ribeye here. Look at that juice just running down. This is going to be a thing of beauty here. It smells awesome out here with the pesto crusted salmon and that It's Incredible. Now we've got our Wagyu ribeye. I'm going to cut right down the middle here, just like butter. Look at that. Can y'all see that there? That is a perfect cook. You can see the medium rare on that. Let me go ahead and get a few slices here. And I'm gonna make us a little plate. Look at that, just one little swipe of the knife. This is such tender steak, everybody. Make sure y'all check out Six Brothers Beef. This looks amazing already. Wagyu ribeye. They also have Wagyu tri-tip, picanha, New York strip, Wagyu brisket. I'm gonna go ahead and cut down. We'll go ahead and cut this whole ribeye. Look at that right there. That's beautiful. That fat rendered down perfectly. Steak's cooked beautifully to a medium rare, just like I wanted it. There we go. The birds are chirping. They're excited for it also. Go ahead and fan that out for y'all there. There we go. Come on, Kenneth, get that right. There we go. That's looking beautiful. Now let's pull the salmon up over here. Cooked it to about 145 to 150 degrees. It should just flake right off, just like that. Boom. Put you some of that pesto crusted salmon right alongside of it. That's a thing of beauty. There we go. Wow. That's awesome. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of our North Texas Barbecue Addicts smoke shake. Then I'm going to give this camera a turn around and we'll give it a taste. So that's salmon and Wagyu ribeye. Shout out to Six Brothers Beef for this beautiful steak. Cooked perfectly. So tender. I might have already tried some, but let me give y'all an official taste test. Cheers, y'all. Awesome flavor. So tender. Very much so beefy. And that North Texas Barbecue Addicts smoke shake goes great with it. Now we've got our salmon, pesto crusted. There's really not much of better combo than some surf and turf. You could do lobster tails, you could do shrimp, or you can do salmon with some steak. So that's what we're doing today. Let's try this salmon out. Perfect. If you haven't tried pesto on your salmon, instead of putting some lemon juice on it and keeping it moist that way, this pesto with the olive oil really is the best of both worlds. It puts a good crust on it, and then it keeps it juicy as well with that olive oil in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I appreciate y'all for stopping by What's New Barbecue. This is awesome. I highly suggest you try it out. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know you're watching. Until next time, y'all keep on barbecuing. Perfect.